Just for EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Aztecs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So Utah State's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Handoff to the lone back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I don't mind the run here, and I say that because it's second down and forever. And now at least it's third down and ever. Now you have a chance on third down to be successful, not as predictable, not as many yards to get. I think that's a good call by the offense.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Leon. He gets a block. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Aztecs offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to...
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Using the quick game. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running back goes in motion. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Southern Miss went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Golden Eagles team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Aztecs.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to...
He's off to the races. The 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Utah State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so explosive, it can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
San Diego State, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they throw the wide receiver basically free, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Handoff to the lone back. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll give it to him again. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He finds his man, and he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Aztecs will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Turner. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The option look. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. They're working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. And they got him for the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack him. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They're going back to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 13 on the field goal.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He lets it fly. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Going up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, looking for a space. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get free before the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
And the Aggies will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese.
And the pass is intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
He'll keep it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It is good.
Well, they were able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen.
And he muffs it, a loose football. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offensive game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Utah State. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to... Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6. And
he picks it off in their end zone. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Aggie!
That is the easiest pick you will ever have in your life. You talk about a pick 6, only return it made people miss. Nope. Nice play in the end zone to catch the football, get the pick, put 6 points on the board for this defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 2 to Virginia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Makes his connection. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game so far.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Aztecs will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. What a terrible, terrible shame. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Fast motion in the jet sweep.
And that's just a great job by the defense shutting down that jet sweep. You see the team speed they have on defense. They are willing and ready and able to go sideline to sideline with anybody in the country.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that D end getting that sack.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires left. And they're not on the same page there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First down here for the offense. He'll put the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. And not only gets to him, doesn't let him break the tackle. Gets him on the ground.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Splits the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Might be looking to run. He makes the connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
On second down, he's looking downfield. The quick out. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. They want to just keep throwing it. It's caught downfield. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Wide open downfield. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun. Unloads it left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Beat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll try it over the left side. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The 1st down for the offense. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama.